sometimes you go to some studios, I mean professional studios, expensive studios, and you see a lot of gear. I mean hardwares and a lot of staffs that they work with. Some even have the mix console where they mix from A to Z. And some of us that we are a little broke, but we have the skills, we have some cheap hardwares in our studios, like just some moderate audio box or something like Focusrite, Euphoria, and things. I call it audio box or sound card. That's how we call it, sound card. And then we buy it very cheap. We have some moderate mics like my own Samsung C1. Some other producers use the Rode, and we manage with our skills and all that. I'm only here to show you how to get quality sound from your mic, how to make any mic sound better. Like when you go to the analog studios and the professional studios and all those kind of studios. So come along and let me take you through. Okay. So I'm going to take my first vocal, okay, in the first channel here, vocal channel here, and in this channel all the plugins are off, only the reverb is on over here to give me some little wetness in my voice. Okay, so we'll take the dry vocals like without the plugins, okay, to make your mic sound better, so that as we move on we get the differences. So let's start. I don't have any melody in mind, but let me sing something. Why you dancing in the corner, baby? So this is how it sounds.
Why you dancing in the corner, baby?
So this week is without anything. So first of all, when you go to their studios and other styles, they have these compressors and tubes and saturations and things, analog, and they run the mic through all these hardwares before it gets to the computer. Okay, and the recording software. So this is a plugin to emulate that kind of hardware in those kind of studios. Okay, so this is a preamp. A preamp raises, it brightens your mic. Okay, it empowers your mic. It gives it the full capacity. It makes the mic works in full capacity. So just putting it on alone gives it a little bit of vibe. Okay, and then you have to just raise some parts. Okay, something like this. So we have the preamp here, we have the drive, and then you have the monitoring here and other stuff, but the main concentration is here. Okay, so we can raise it a little bit and all that. So let's say somewhere 80. We have this one here, and that is it. This is our highs, our mid, and our low, like EQ, using an EQ. But what we want to do is we use is only the preamp, okay, to power the mic. So let's try again with just the preamp. And over here I'm using the Sharp 73 stereo from Waves. Okay, so let's go.
Why you dancing?
No, let me just mute this one. So, and why you dancing in the corner, baby? Okay, so let's listen to the before, which is the original vocal take we did.
Why you dancing in the corner, baby?
And then this is with the Chef's Chef 73 from Waves.
And why you dancing in the corner, baby?
Yes. So when you go to all those big studios, this is how your mic will sound. This is how you will sound just with one I mean just with one analog console over there that your mic is going through, and that is the Chef 73. So the second plugin to add is what we call the Distressor. Okay, and over here I'm using the FG Stress. It's also a distressor. A distressor is a compressor that brightens your vocals. Okay, it shines your vocals. It makes the vocals stand up front. Okay, it brings the vocal in your face. Okay, so this is it, and then just playing with the input a little bit, and the output should be natural, maybe fast attack, very fast attack, and then a normal release is cool, or fast release is cool. And then let's see how it sounds. I'm recording again. So why you standing in the corner, baby?
So why you standing in the corner, baby?
So let's listen from the original.
Why you dancing in the corner, baby?
And then let's see with just two emulators of studio consoles at professional studios. We have this.
So why you standing in the corner, baby?
Good. Now, I don't just stop there, okay? Because I've been to some studios where they run your vocals from the mic through like 4 consoles before it gets to the computer. Okay, so I also have this plugin to emulate the Avalon. Okay, so this is how the Avalon looks like. It's in a lot of professional studios, big studios. Once you see it, you know that this is it. This is the Avalon, and they've done the plugin just like the way the hardware is. Okay, so what this does is it thickens the vocals. It makes the vocals thick. Okay, and then there are a lot of presets that you can use. So let's look for a very nice preset. Normally what I do is use presets over here, and then that's it. So we have something like ad libs, background, lead vocal. So let's try the lead vocal here, and then let's see. So I'll record again, and then let's go. Why standing in the corner, baby?
Why standing in the corner, baby?
Good. So with this, you just have to add, because of what we are doing. Okay, we are introducing more noise, background noise and stuff. So I have to first of all dress my vocals, and I'm just using the EQ. I'm removing the low ends, and I'm boosting the high ends. Okay, and then this is how it sounds.
Why standing in the corner, baby?
Nice one. And then let's remove the background noise. I'll just use any gate. Okay, so let's say C1 gate. Okay, so C1 gate. Just put it around here. So gate simply means if this is the studio, the box is the studio, and your mic is here. Okay, let's say you are standing between here to the mic. So anything closer to the mic here should get to the mic. Everything outside your zone is background noise, and the mic doesn't have to take it, so it stops it. This plugin is also a console in studios that your mic is being processed through before it gets to the computer. Okay, so this is how it sounds now without the noise.
Why standing in the corner, baby?
Simple. From this
Why you dancing in the corner, baby?
to this,
Why standing in the corner, baby?
and trust me, this is a full capacity of your mic that you are having. You just don't have good equipment or expensive equipment in your studio to let it sound better. So emulate studio hardware with these plugins. The name is OG Sparks, and I'm out.